for you. You have no problem giving a check of $200,000.
No, on the spot, no, not a problem at all.
Okay, so could you bring a checkbook when I meet with you? I'm going to bring my agreement. Now, you don't have to sign it if you're not comfortable. If at the end of a conversation, at the end of lunch, if you have 1 ounce of doubt, you can say no to me. But could you bring a checkbook?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, that's a fair agreement. I'll do that.
Boom. You want to turn that into a commitment. You don't want it to be a wishy-washy. No, what is going to happen? What the hell is going to happen? I want to know, and I'm challenging. Are you going to bring a checkbook? So you're never going to sign a deal. See? You see why you need to grow some balls? You need to have some balls to do this. You cannot be like, scared chicken to do this. Yeah, you got to ask. You got to ask. So hypothetically, let's say, Joe, I'm going to say the same thing, but you're wishy-washy, okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
so what exactly is going to happen, Joe?
Yeah, we'll talk about it, and if it sounds good, then yeah, maybe we'll do some business, right?
Maybe do some business. What does that mean? You don't sound like you're so sure.
Well, I don't even know who you are, right? So, like,
you'll know who I am, but let's pretend you know who I am. You're comfortable with me. Are you comfortable with doing the deal? That's about $200,000. That's a lot of money.
Well, I mean, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. So even if I like you, you like me, I mean, you're not comfortable making a commitment on the spot, are you?
Well, no, I mean, I can't because I need to also then talk to my CFO, and yeah, we got some negotiations.
All right. And what kind of information could I provide to you and your CFO that maybe before we even meet, that will make you more comfortable?
You know what? I think we see a proposal. That'll be great.
Okay. And what do you want to see in a proposal?
I also want to see the terms and conditions outlined, the agreement outlined, right? Like, I want to see.
But you don't know me yet, though. How can we do the agreement? You don't even know what's some basic information that I could provide you to your CFO. Maybe have a brief discussion first before we even talk about all of that. Isn't that a big commitment?
Fair enough. Maybe then, you know what? Maybe just like references.
References. Okay. What else do you need?
Yeah, it's honestly just references. Because I already have your website. I can show her that. It's no problem.
Okay. So, and how many references are you looking for?
Well, I mean, let's do like 20.
I'm sorry, what?
20 reference.
You want 20 references? You're going to call 20 of my clients? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, we're not gonna maybe not call all 20, but it'd be good to have a we have to have some variety, right?
Would it be okay, just so that it doesn't create such an inconvenience for my clients? I'll be more than happy to provide you with 20 testimonials and case studies. And how about we do 3?
Yeah, a mix and match would be good, right? No, yeah, testimonial references and case studies, sure.
Okay, and then you're gonna talk it over with your CFO?
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, she'll be calling the references too. So.
Okay, so why don't we set that as the first milestone before you can talk about working together? I'm gonna send you the information. You're gonna talk to some of my existing clients, 3 of them. I'm gonna give you 20 testimonials from different backgrounds. You talk with your CFO when you are ready. When you move this conversation to the next step, then we go from there.
I think that's fair. Let's do that.
Pause off the role play. So scale 1 to 10, this prospect is not there. It's too early. Can you see it's too early? So if it's too early, me spending the time and doing all of that, going to lunch and getting ready, all that's a waste of time. So I need to get him up. He needs to convince the CFO anyway. So I want him to do all of that ahead of time. So by the time I meet, I want to pick up a fucking check. I'm here to do, like, by the time it's like more than qualified. I want to qualify on the phone. I don't want to qualify in person. I want to do all of that on the phone. When you get to my level, they don't see me long way after qualification, after my team talk to them. They have to jump through so many hoops, and they have to invest up front before I even talk to them and see them. That's the difference. Oh, this one is good. I like this one. Yeah.
All right. To be honest, Dan, you're a nice guy. But we just met on this call. Don't really know if I could trust you with my business right away.
So it's a green monster. Okay. Oh man, trust me. Trust me. I am the most honest guy you've ever met.
I don't like it when people say that. It's not.
I'm
it's
very
not
honest. I never told a lie in my entire life. Never lie.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Good. Yeah, you have a good day.
All right. HTC way.
Okay, so then just to be very frank, you sound like a really nice guy, but we just met, so I'm just not comfortable making a decision right now. I just don't know whether this is maybe it's a trusting.
Joe, I can appreciate that. Tell me, what would it take? What do you need? What information you need from me in order to make you feel more comfortable?
Well, I mean, really, it's just a trusting. So I guess some, testimonials, references, case studies, that would be pretty good, actually.
Boom. Just simple. So boom, you agree with them. And then from there, bottom line, right? So what would it take? What information you need from me? I want to get specific. Now he might just say, well, I just need more time. That's perfectly fine. On a scale of 1 to 10, he's not ready. Some will, some won't. So what? Move on. Someone is waiting. So I don't try to convince him. That's not my job. He is not ready. Okay. So I will from there, or maybe I send you some things you can look at. Maybe I send you a website. Maybe I send you a video. Maybe I send you a book. Maybe I send you whatever it is. It's very simple. And then you move on. So then see the problem with a lot of salespeople. Have you ever experienced this? When you don't buy from them, you feel like a yucky feeling that you don't want to talk to them again. Right? Like that, like it's not that you don't have a need, it's maybe a timing thing, right? Like maybe like a real estate agent. It's just you're looking at open houses and you looked at it and you feel like, oh, and it's like the yucky feeling and you don't feel comfortable going back to them. XTC, please write this down. The money is in the second and third and fourth follow-up. Sometimes there are sales we don't close right away. But we don't want to lose money. You're building your pipeline. These are like you're planting the seeds. You want the prospects to feel so comfortable, right? If you handle the call, right, with integrity, professionalism, they would call you back. And now they're ready to go. You don't want to just, oh yeah, forget it. No. We do our very best to close one call. But in this case, Joe's got information. So very easy. Maybe 3 months from now, maybe 4 months from now, maybe 6 months from now, Joe would call me back and say, okay, now I talked to my CFO. I wasn't ready. Now I'm ready. Great. Let's do it. Right? Let's do it. So there are a lot of things you have to understand that it's not just the first sale. It's not just the first sale. Okay. Now we're asking, Joe, I see a question. How do we follow up? It goes beyond this class right here. I can do a 7-week class just on follow up. Okay. It goes way beyond that what we talk about. This is a different thing. Okay. So for now, focus on this. How about we just learn this first? Okay, we learn this first because you're talking follow-up now. You're talking email. You're talking private message. You're talking pick up the phone. Like that's a whole other outbound skill set. It's a different thing. Okay, so get this first. Can we just focus on learning this first? All right. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, no offense, Dan. I just have been scammed before, so I'm very cautious when I make decisions, right? So,
okay, I'm not even gonna do the green monster. You already know what that would be. I'm just gonna TCUA.
Mm-hmm. How do I know I could trust you?
And Joe, I understand. You mentioned you've been scammed before. Do you mind to tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I mean, scam. What I mean by that is we paid an agency, right, to do this work for us, and we paid them month after month after month for like, I think for 4 months, and we never got the end result. I mean, it's also our fault. We should have asked for milestone checks every month, but we just lost like 12K.
Oh, wow. Like 12K?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's honestly, well, the person responsible for it got fired, but it's a big mistake. It's a big mistake.
Okay. But you've lost 12K and now you want to hire another agency like ourselves? Like,
I mean,
more money?
Because the project's not complete. We need someone to finish it.
I see. And you mentioned about milestone. Like, talk to me more about that.
Yeah. So, what we learned from our mistake is now, every contractor that we have, we do like either a bi-weekly or a monthly sort of deliverable check, right? We log on and we take a look at what's being produced and see whether it's on track.
And suppose I was to tell you that is our standard practice, that we provide a milestone every single week and also every single month to our clients. How would you feel about that?
Much better, because I mean, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that they they never provided that. So yeah, that will be a must have.
And what else is a must for you?
Just gotta know you guys can get results. That's it.
Pause off the role play. You see how I'm asking questions. Prospects buy not because they understand what you sell. Prospects buy because they feel understood. Empathy. I understand what he's gone through. He's been scammed. Try another agency. There's some fee. Is it not? If you run a business, you just been scammed by another agency, $12,000. Are you going to be a little bit hesitant? Are you going to be a little bit skeptical? Are you going to be a little bit fearful? Is that normal? So don't address it. Like, I understand. Say with me. I understand. It's a very powerful phrase. Like, I understand. I see where you're coming from. I can appreciate that. When was the last time when you're saying something? Think about it in a day-to-day conversation. People say to you, I understand. Can you see how rare that is? Because most people don't understand. Most people don't even fucking listen to what we say. So when you say, I understand. By the way, for your relationship, spouse, partner, kids, those two simple words are very powerful. Very powerful. So use more of it. Like, understand. When you get in an argument, just don't go crazy. Just understand. And just listen. Can I give you a quick relationship tip? This is relationship, couple, okay? Jenny and I really argue, really. Like, people are shocked. We actually rarely argue, like an argument, very rare. So, but before, when we were dating, we had some strong fights, yelling at each other and all that stuff, because we didn't understand each other. And I was a bit too alpha. I was a bit too Ruby. Yes, thank you. Was a bit too Ruby, and I haven't learned to tone it down yet. Okay, but it comes with time, right? So when in relationship, sometimes a woman understand in a relationship, when woman, let's say, comes home after work or whatever it is, and she sometimes share something with you. Okay, right? And please, all my closer ladies, if this is true, they would share problems, like, oh, talk about this, and this person at work, or I'm having a bad day, and this and that, I'm having different problems, right? So as a man, we like to fix things. Okay, we like to be the counsel. We want to solve fucking problems. We want to jump into, oh, you shouldn't do that. What? Like, why you do that? You should do this and this and this. Right? We go into this fucking superhero problem-solving mode. Okay, let's see if we give you a tip. How to be a good husband, how to be a good boyfriend, please. Sometimes when your spouse or your girlfriend when they're talking about problem, most of the time, they don't want the problem solved. They just want to talk about it. Don't offer fucking solutions. Just, they need to get it out. Okay? Don't go into the problem-solving mode. You're not doing them a favor. Don't go into, like, because I know, and I was like that too. They would talk, and then halfway, you already figure out in your head the solution. So you cut them off and say, "Oh yeah, no, I got it. So you, no. You do this and this and this and then this. Problem's off." Now your wife and your girlfriend's pissed off at you because you aren't fucking listening. They don't want the problem solved. They just want you to listen. So shut the fuck up and listen. One of the best things that you can say is, "I understand. Honey, I understand." And they're going to let them talk. And they say, I understand, honey. And you listen. Like, I don't mean you're fucking playing your iPhone. I mean you look them in the eyes. Okay, let them get it out. Let them get it out. Let them get it out. Don't try to, they don't want the problem solved. That's not how they process the information. They don't want the problem solved. And chances are, sometimes, a couple of days, the problems go away anyway. Okay? So here's my promise. You do this, at night, you're going to get some action. You're going to feel appreciated. You might have the best sex in your life. Potentially. No promises. You try to solve the problem, oh man, you're going to be one lonely night. You're going to be one lonely night. Okay, they won't want to, you sleep on the couch. You don't fucking listen. You got it? Just listen. Use, I understand. Honey, I understand. Oh, by the way, if they're talking shit about somebody, like they're talking shit about a person at work, they're just talking shit, don't defend that person, please. Don't say, "Oh, she's not that bad." Don't even one bit defend that. Even though it may be true, don't defend that person. Here's what you say. "Yeah, she is a bitch. I hate her." You're right. I understand, honey. I understand. That's it. You keep repeating that. And you listen, and you nod, and you actually listen. Not pretend, you listen. Look them in the eye. And that's it. Try it. Now, ladies, true or very true? Just listen. Just listen. That would improve your relationship dramatically. Dramatically. Different. Man, we want to solve problems. Man, we try to shorten the time. Why we spend an hour talking about this? I can figure this out in 5 minutes. Boom, boom. Solve the problem. It won't come up again. It's like, like we like build something. Give me the nail. Give me the hammer. Boom, 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 boom. It's done. That's how we're wired. Don't do that. Let her take the time. Something in our mind, 5-10 minutes. No. Let them. It might take them an hour, 2 hours to process. They want their men to listen, because chances are it's like you're the one who spends the most time with them. You gotta let them talk, let them listen. And you better when they're talking, do not looking at TV, working on the old phone, video game, none of that shit. Okay. When Jenny wants to talk, I turn off the TV. I put away my phone. I'm talking. I'm listening. I'm asking questions. In some way, I'm doing high ticket closing. So tell me more about that. Why do you feel that way? I understand, honey. Yes. She is a bitch. Yes. That's right. I'm sorry to hear that. 1 hour of that. And then you're going to get some action at night. No guarantee, though. No guarantee. All right. Side note. Any side notes? All right. It's a good quote from Bruce. I like the last bit, that when one has no form, one can be all forms. When one has no style, one can fit in with any style. That's what I want to teach you, that we could flow. It's not just one way of doing it. We can adapt. We're like water. We're not restricted. We could flow, right? Depends on what the opponent gives us. We can just redirect. We can redirect. Objection handling rule number 4. Agree with them first, then gain control back by asking questions. How many of you notice during the role play, right? When sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when Joe was giving me objection, I'm agreeing with them first, right? I'm agreeing with him, yes. Right? I'm saying yes. The guarantee, yeah, pretend I have a guarantee, even I may not have a guarantee, but I'll circle back. You agree? Because people hate people tell them wrong. So when you tell them, oh, we don't do that. Oh, we don't offer that. Right? The minute you do that, the resistance comes up. So agree with them first. I agree with you. Even though they're wrong, it's okay. Agree. It doesn't mean that's the final deal. I'm talking about just in a junction that this is this little bit of conflict. So acknowledge them, asking them, yeah, I agree, even though you know they're wrong. So agree with them first. At the end of the day, if you can, at the end, if it's a good fit, you close the deal, who cares? Who cares? So agree with them. I can see, if a wife, you always agree, please. There's not a time that you don't agree. Just don't even bother going there. Just agree. Yes, I'm wrong. Okay, you're always wrong. Forget it. Okay, there is no incentive. There's nothing you gain by being right. I'm telling you. Even though you are right, forget it. Okay, the wife is always right. I'm just telling you this is relationship advice. Okay, this is happy, right? Happy. You want an XTC? It's also high ticket happy couple. Okay, just be happy. It's very, very true. Just you get nothing. You will not get any benefit by being right. Just say yes. Just agree. Right, and then you go back to closing, make more money, then buy her something, buy her a new bag, buy her new shoes, take her on vacations. This is a good one. Is this a good one? Can you, by the way, when a prospect is saying this, can you sense a little bit of lower self from this objection? Right? Like you see a little bit of lower self. So I'm going to teach you a very simple way of handling it. Again, I'm not going to do Green Monster this one because it's pretty obvious. I'm just going to do the XTC way. So Joe, help me out.
All right. Dan, I just don't know whether this is right for me at this time. Not sure.
Joe, I agree with you. It may not be right for you. Tell me, like, how would you know if something is right for you? And how would you know this is right for you?
I don't know. My gut gives me a good sense sometimes.
Do you trust your intuition?
Yeah, I would say so.
Is it mostly accurate?
Mostly, yes, mostly.
So gut instinct, first, second, when you look at this, how does it feel?
I mean, it doesn't feel too weird, but I also am not sure, I'm just not sure.
Is it because it's the investment's a little bit large?
Yeah, I mean, well, to be very honest, if it didn't cost anything, I had no problem, right?
Of course.
Right.
And so what would it take to make you feel a little bit more comfortable?
What would it, I mean, hey, maybe what kind of, you guys have any guarantees? That would make me feel pretty satisfied, pretty solid.
Okay, boom, off the role play. Now we could go back to how we handle the guarantee objection. You see that? So when you're on the phone, you notice when done right, you actually would not have a lot of objections. It's only when people are doing it wrong, like most salespeople, they get objection after objection after objection. But if you do it right, you'll notice you might get one or two. Like Joe, like your team, when on the phone, they're not getting objection after objection after. No, usually it's if you're following the 3 steps, qualified, the agenda, qualify and commit, you might get 1, you might get 2. That's normal. Okay, normal. But you shouldn't be getting one after another, one after another. That means you're losing control. That means you're not asking the right questions. Okay, something in somewhere during the call, you're missing something, right, Joe?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think the closers in the chat can also chime in. It's a lot of we talk about it. I think it's like the self-image, the identity, right? And it's also then Sifu, the projection as a closer. We could maybe project values, right, upon the prospect. So
that's right.
Like you said, very key.
Here's a good one. Now I'll see how you will handle it. Put in the chat. Someone tell this I already taught you. You pay attention. You're too young, not enough years in experience in years. How would you handle that objection? How would you finger jab? What's too young? Nope, that's too salesy. It's a good one. Are you looking for experience or looking for results? I love that one. Yep. Are you looking for experience or are you looking for results? That's a very good redirect. And the truth is, most people don't really care about experience. They perceive the experience would give them better results, which, by the way, is it always true? Does the experience always give you better results? No, results are results. And some people, they say, I've got 10 years of experience. No, you don't have 10 years of experience. You have 1 year of experience 10 times. Isn't it true? Some people after 1 year, they're not learning anything. They don't grow anymore, right? So experience doesn't equal results. And deep down, people know that, but it just gives them a little bit more security, knowing that you have experience. So assure the prospects how you're going to get the results. That's what they care about, right? That's what they care about, the results. Always go back to their needs. So the age is if you're young, so I could do exactly the same thing. I'm going to handle this 2 different ways. That let's say, okay, I am a marketing consultant. Okay, I'm just gonna, I'm a marketing consultant. I am very young. I am 23 years old. Okay, and then Joe is gonna give me this objection.
Okay. Dan, no offense, but you're just too young, and I don't just think you have enough experience.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm very, very young. And now, Joe, if I understand, you're looking for someone to handle your Instagram, right?
Well, exactly. Yes. We're looking for the top. We're looking for the top expert.
And you're looking to reach a younger audience?
In a way, yes. That's our predominant audience. Yep.
Do you think it would be helpful if you actually work with someone who understands who you're trying to reach and who you're trying to target and who you're trying to sell?
Well, for sure, because you would understand the buying behaviors, right? The identity.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it would also be helpful to know what's a new trend, right? What's coming up, and what do young people, the millennials, what do they pay attention to?
You guys are very creative, out of the box, and you guys always look for that next new tech, new big thing.
That's right. So what if we could position you in such a way that's appealing, your brand appealing to more millennials, so you can get customers that maybe you would not have gotten before. So do you think the age actually hurts me or does it help me?
Now you put it that way, it actually is a pretty big benefit, pretty big plus.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Now I'm old. I'm 60 years old. Marketing. Go ahead.
Okay. So I mean,
you're a bit older. Like, yeah, right.
And no offense, I just feel like you might be a bit how do I put this, out of touch, generationally speaking.
You know what, Joe? I mean, that's a fair statement. And I know, I'm about 60 years old, and I have been doing marketing for more than 35 years now. And as you know, I worked in 2 or 3 pretty big companies. With your marketing dollars, right? I mean, those marketing dollars that you have, you want to expand the market. Do you actually want to hire someone with experience, or do you want to kind of try and experiment with maybe someone, a young buck that really don't know what the heck they're doing?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just concerned whether you actually are, sort of on tune with the times. You put it that way, right? On track with the times. Yeah.
Well, Joe, just so you know, just because what comes with me, it's my experience. But my team here, the 3 or 4 people, I mean, I have 22 years old, 23 years old. I mean, a lot of young digital marketers on my team.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's a big difference.
So what I'm providing to you is my strategic perspective, but a lot of the executions are actually done by my young team, because I know they know that more than I do. But at the same time, what do you think I bring to the table? What do you think is the most valuable thing that I bring to the table?
Well, I think the most valuable thing is you know what mistakes not to make.
Yes, and could mistakes be costly?
Very, very much so.
Mm-hmm. So does that make you feel more comfortable?
Well, knowing that you have a team that young, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Pause, off the role play. Boom.
Boom.
You see how it doesn't matter. I have experience. I don't have experience. This is the TC way. It doesn't matter. I have a guarantee. I don't have a guarantee. It is about the conviction and confidence. Do you sense that if I am young, do I feel that, oh, I don't know, am I good enough? The lower self? No. Can you see? It doesn't affect me. I'm older. I don't see that as a disadvantage. It is an advantage. I'm wiser. I'm more mature. I have more experience. All of that, it doesn't really matter. This is why this is